like, well, how is this making our life better? So like, okay, I get this. I get this. We want to create a culture in this orchestra that will make us really great. We want to do it based on what our abilities are, and the bass players need lots of special attention. How do we do that? Let me tell you how. Here's what I think great groups need to understand. Number one. Purpose. Oh, that's great to learn how. So he's talking about group, you're talking about individual. Awesome, go.
Derek. Chen. Chow. Sorry, Chow.
That would be you. He's like, Derek. Oh crap, that's me.
To play and learn how to play music.
To play and learn how to... You know what's really cool about that answer? His first was not to learn, to play music. That's such a valid answer. Honest God, I was talking to Ryan, and he goes, do you play? I go, not really well. And he goes, what do you play? I go, Billy Joel, all the time. He goes, why? I go, because I like it. I just like to play. That's awesome. 6 more.
Tammy, yeah.
To play music with the other.
To play music with others, together. Good, go.
Chris, Lee.
Music. Just music. I like it. That's a very valid answer. 4 more.
How about Cindy, Chang?
To make music with people you love.
Oh, now see, there's an element of every guy's like, ew. Every girl's like, I love you. Now, so she introduced a new element of caring about the people I'm making music with. And they'll tell you, you go, I've never done it, but you go to professional symphony, it's the most hateful place on the planet, is what I'm told. It's like, hi, you're first chair, I'm second chair, you make $8,000 more than me, I hope you get hit by a bus. I mean, that's what I've been told. I mean, I've not been here. I mean, look, seriously, so is there a place for that? Now, again, musical experiences. So it's about the places you play, the music you read. And last one, Michael.
Josh, Leon.
To use talents to make music.
To use talents to make music. Here's my question. And the funny, well, no, let me just say it this way. We could have done this with every kid in the room, and every answer would have been equally valid. But I think in order to be truly great, in order to understand your culture, you have to be able to answer that question first. I love high school football. I love college football a lot. I love NFL. They're all football with 3 different purposes. NFL has one purpose and one purpose only: win games. We don't care what it costs. College is to prepare you to have a career in the NFL. High school is to teach kids about life through football. They're all through football. Are there 3 different value systems, yes or no?
Yes.
What is the purpose in the culture of the Saratoga Orchestra? How can you know what you're supposed to get out of it if you don't know what you're supposed to put into it? Number 2. Parameters. Getting that small children, whatever it is. We were based in here, we locked them in there, right? They were really good though. I mean, it's all they. I mean, you chose to be in this group, right? And do what's required to get out. So hear me well, look at me well. You're expected to perform your job, or you're expected to not be here. You were hired to do a job, right?
Right.
You get paid for that job, right?
Yes.
What happens if you don't perform those duties?
I don't have a job.
You are in this orchestra. You are expected to perform the job of being in this orchestra, or you will not be in this orchestra. This is not a free ticket ride. This is not a free ticket ride. And then last but not least, permission. Honest people in this room, and yet we never gave you permission to use your intellect. We never gave you permission. Do what needs to be done to make this orchestra the best orchestra it can be. Don't ask, Mr. Boyce, would you like us to set up the chairs today? What do you think he's going to say? No! I love doing that! Don't take away my one and only joy! Mr. Boyce, should we mark that down? For the love of God, no! Repeating myself is what brings me happiness. I mean, when you think about the questions we ask him, has he ever said, no, Mr. Boyce, can we have a sectional tomorrow? For the love of God, no! I'd rather you sounded bad. It gives me something to talk about during class. It gives me something to complain about. When you think about it, we'll be done here and someone will say, would you like us to set up the chairs? What do you think the answer is, yes or no?
Yes.
Would you like us to clean up the room? What do you think the answer is, yes or no?
Yes.
Would you like us to say thank you to the parents who did? What do you think the answer is, yes or no?
Yes.
See, the funny part is that's the game, is that you are so incredibly smart, and beyond that, you are gifted musicians, but you wait for him to tell you because it's not your fault. We never gave you permission. We never gave you permission to do what you think is right. So like, okay, I think I got this, Mr. Honey. We don't create leaders, we actually create followers, and that's not good because we need to be leaders, not only in orchestra, but be leaders in life, because we understand we need to create a culture being leaders, and we need to do it under the structure of the purpose, the performance, the process of performance, and the performer job permit. I get that. I think I get it. And we have to do it based on our abilities, but I have no freaking idea what to do tomorrow. I can fix that. Take out a clean piece of paper. Here we go. I started breathing really heavy. What he's done, he goes, are you still there? And I go, are you still purdy? I've got this. The next guy that calls, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to be, woman, I'll beat you. I'll cut your head off. I'll gut you like a pig. I'll feed you to the dog and bury you in the backyard. This is Scott Lang. Can I help you? I love pollsters because I like to mess with their heads. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he was a Gallup pollster. I'll bury you in the backyard. I love Gallup pollsters. And so he polled 80,000 people on greatness, on how to be great, on how to be a true extraordinary person in any activity. And he polled homeless people, he polled children, he polled teachers, he polled politics, and he basically came up with a 12-question test. A 12-question test to determine whether you're ready to be great in your organization. And I'm going to give you the 12-question test right now. I'm going to give you a 12-question test, and all I want you to do is answer yes or no. Yes or no to the 12 questions. To the 12 questions. Question number 1. As a part of this group, do you know what's expected of you at all times? Before school, after school, during the summer, because there are expectations even when you're not in orchestra. Do you know what they are? There's a handbook. I read the manual. I understand. I know what to wear. I know how to do this. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know who responds. Do you know what's expected of you at all times as a part of this group? Yes or no? Question number 2. Do you have the skills to do what you're asked to do? Musically, cognitively, and physically. Can you play what you're asked to play? Do you have the knowledge to do it and the physical skills to do it? Or do you look at stuff and think, I don't have the skills to do that? And there's nothing wrong with saying no. I mean, please don't be embarrassed by it. No one's going to know your answers but you, by the way. Question number 3. Is what you're doing in this orchestra what you do best? Yes or no? I'm third violin. I'm about as good as a third violin. I'm the orchestra manager, and I'm really good at it. I'm the orchestra librarian, but I don't know my ABCs. I'm not good at it. I'm second violin. It's not something I do very well. I'm really good at chemistry. Is doing what you do best? Question number 4. Have you been given praise or recognition for doing that thing in the past 7 days? Great job with that third measure. Hey, vibrato, nice technique. Third violas, you're really coming a long way. Have you been given praise and recognition for doing that job well in the past 20 days? In the past 7 days.